This is where the module gets good. It gets real good, because the party get their own freaking 4 or 5 story manor that they can turn into whatever the heck they want, and they can use it as like their hub. God, I love Waterdeep. Hello and welcome to your weekly dose of D&D trash. I'm your extremely uncharming and annoying host, Jake Anslow, and I'm here to tell you about one of the best things in this goddamn entire module. This whole chapter is much more open-ended, and it should take at least 3 or 4 sessions for everyone to get things done with. They're going to be interacting with factions, they're going to be talking to various NPCs, they're going to be getting to know their neighbours, and they can really do whatever they want with the time that they're given. This episode will just cover the manor that they get and what they can do with it, how they can turn it into a tavern, the trials and tribulations of it, and a very interesting little roleplay thing that might happen in there. So once the party get this cool ass house, they see that it is in need of some serious renovation. It's gonna bring the party down a whole 1,000 gold pieces to completely refurbish the entire place, which isn't necessary but is somewhat recommended, considering that there is literally nothing except a slightly rotting and useless tap room and kitchen that also need polishing up. I'll discuss the mechanics around this later on in the video, but for now just know the party might actually want to fully renovate it, or at least recommend it. Something I've always found amazing is that this tavern is haunted, but not in an evil way. It's currently being owned by a poltergeist named Lift, and when he died he probably just felt like he really still needed to run the tavern, so just lived on as a poltergeist and is now trapped there. So he lives on stubbornly, and when the party arrives, out of spite, starts wrecking the place up, smashing plates, destroying things, and also writing very foreboding and spooky messages on the dusty windows. The party has 2 main ways that they can go about this. They can either stab the poltergeist to death, which isn't recommended, but it can happen, or they can begin work on renovating the tavern, in which case Liv becomes more amiable towards them and even starts helping them out with menial tasks. He won't become a full-on employee, but they'll make this half-elf dead person very happy, and he will try his best to somewhat assist them. It says in the book that he'll like pull out a chair for the party if they want to sit down, he'll hang their coats on racks, and he'll lock doors for them if they need it. Kind of sweet. And plus he can just walk through walls anyway. So your players decide that they want to make Liv the happiest dead half-elf in the world. Let's get to renovating. Now, like I said earlier, it is going to cost you 1,000 gold to completely refurbish the entire place and make it somewhat acceptable as a tavern environment. From there, if they want it to be an actually functional tavern, they're going to need some guild membership, and to do so, there's a total of 250 extra gold that needs to be forked out in order to get all the successful contracts done and organized membership. That's all up front. Brutal. From there, if they want upkeep to run the tavern, they're going to need to spend an extra 60 gold pieces every 10 day. 10 day means 10 days. Surprising, I know. It's pricey, but it's worth it, because refer to chapter 6 of the Dungeon Master's Guide so that you can look at how earnings work for running a tavern. The party will meet quite a few interesting representatives of the various guilds, ranging from Broxley Fairkettle, a lawful good halfling bloke representing the Fellowship of Innkeepers. He's pretty chill. There's a representative of the Vinters Distillers and Brewers Guild, Hammond Craddock. Just a neutral bloke, kind of nice, tries to sell you some stuff and has a little tiefling boy scribe with him. I have no idea why, just to add to the immersion, I suppose. There's also my favourite, Justin Rask, who is a neutral, evil, big, burly man who runs the butchers and will come by occasionally and give them their meat, and he will ask for an extra 3 gold for his services, and if they don't provide, he threatens death upon them, which is fucking scary, but he's only got the stats of a thug, and the party could just 2-shot him, pretty much. The party may also expect a visit from a Shield Dwarf Archmage, Ulcoria Stone Marrow, and she has a shield guardian with her, and she'll pop in and survey the area and perhaps try and sell the casting of the spell Glyphs of Warding for 300 gold each. Neat. Don't mess with her. Don't let the party ever mess with her. They will die. She could 1v1 fucking Manchun. Okay, thank you for watching the first small episode of this fat-ass chapter of just Trollskull Manor, really. In the next episode, I'll talk about Trollskull Alley, the entire street that the characters will find themselves in, as well as a fun and interesting rival for their business. I'm Jake. Like, comment, subscribe. What else can they do? What else can they do? I don't know what else the YouTube people do. Bell. That's right. You gotta punch the bell. You gotta ring it. You gotta.